I made a post on my Facebook page this weekend, and I was basically explaining. I posted it with a video from the beautiful Miss Carmen JC, and I put a caption with it, and I was basically letting people know, letting black people know, um, that there's consequences for everything you do in this world, man. Um, and I'm gonna play that video, and I'm gonna read that caption, and then I'm gonna get into my commentary. So without further ado, let's get to it.
Dressing is you'd rather mock someone. Black people have the Black people have the nerve to laugh at Charlie Kirk's death as if their children are not being murdered in the streets every day. I'm confused. And instead of addressing this, you'd rather mock someone who actually have tried to do things for the black community, who's actually helping the black community, have organizations geared towards the black community, when y'all bum asses have done nothing for the black community but actually make it worse. To celebrate someone's death just goes to show how mean-spirited, how hateful, and evil you guys are. And this is why your community is in shambles, right? This is why you breed destruction. This is why nothing goes right for the black community, because of the hate in your heart. And the sad part about it is, y'all would slay Jesus if he came back. That's how simple-minded y'all are. That's how little self-awareness you guys have, little emotional intelligence, that if they told you to hate Jesus, you probably would, because you don't think for yourselves. Y'all have the nerve to try to continue to pick fights with the white community as if the black community do not depend on the white community to survive. You're not even self-sufficient. This is just comical.
Okay, so now I'm gonna read I'm gonna read my caption that I put on that video. I started out humorous by saying, I know. Y'all don't care. Y'all big ballers, shot callers, taking trips with y'all degrees. That was just a little joke, little humor. Because, these days, anytime you tell black people anything, try to correct them in any form or fashion, the first thing they're going to talk about is money and they degrees. And, you know how black people is. But anyway, I digress. Let's finish. But for those of you who celebrated, made slick posts, or had disrespectful private conversations concerning this man's death, just know the world is watching. The people who run the world, they not like y'all. They don't argue. They don't catch fades. They handle things systematically. This is why Ebony gets overlooked. Well, this is one of the reasons why. We know there's other reasons, but let's just stick with this. This is one of the reasons why Ebony gets overlooked for that promotion. And it's given to Karen, Ling Ling, Amina, or Maria. This is why when y'all children go in front of them talking about the judge, they show them no mercy and give them 99 years or max for whatever they in jail for. Y'all emotional, they're strategic. And most haven't learned yet. And for those of you who claim to be Christians and probably will be in church first thing in the morning, God sees you too. But y'all don't care about that either. Your lifestyle tells me that. I'm done with it. Me and my homeboy was talking this week, man. Shout out to my brother, man, Brandon Hobbs. Good man, one of my good brothers, one of my comrades. We was having a conversation about Charleston White, Bubba Dub, and how Bubba Dub, he didn't really make fun of the situation, but he came out and he threw it again, as I just said in this caption. He made a little slick side post, right? And if you know, this moron idiot Charleston White came out and just completely disrespected the man, his name, and all kind of other stuff, right? But the conversation me and my partner was having about how these dudes and Bubba Dub, he created a ceiling. Charleston White, he been created his ceiling. Bubba Dub created his ceiling when he made that post. They gonna always probably get their little interview money, they little comedy hole money, going to these little comedy clubs and these social media money. That's it for them. No brand, no, they will never be a brand ambassador. If they do end up in a movie, it's gonna be a Tubi movie. It's not gonna be no box office. These dudes will never get to. And I thought Bubba Dub had the potential, and I know he do have the potential. But I'm about to get into why it's not gonna happen for him. He had the potential to be a Mike Epps or a DC Young Fly and be in movies and really like take off and be brand ambassadors and have companies putting him in their commercials and really like making him a brand, right? He don't understand by him trying to get a few little. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of think that Bubba Dub and Charlton White are a little slow. I don't know if they playing with a full deck of cards. I think they're a little slow. However, whatever, I digress. Bubba Dub, when he made that slick side post, he don't understand it, but he canceled himself. And me and my partner was having this conversation because I was comparing them to Kai Sinet and I Show Speed. You know, these two little dudes, they're a little younger than Charleston White and Bubba Dub, but they came up on the internet too. And these little dudes in Adidas commercials, they in endorsement commercials with world-class athletes, NFL players, because they very strategic in the thing that they do on camera. Now, we don't know what they do behind camera, but on camera, they understand. I don't know if it's because they have a good PR team. I don't know if it's because they have good family. It's somebody, or maybe they just some smart young men, right? These two young men, Kai Sinet and I Show Speed, are two of the biggest young black men in entertainment. I'm talking about at All-Star game. These dudes are big in Adidas commercials with Travis Hunter because they understand. And I seen a situation where I Show Speed was actually in Louisiana this past weekend, and some fans wanted to take a picture with him. And one fan he took a picture with was saying, "Man, throw the L's up." And the dude was telling him that the L is for Louisiana because you're in Louisiana. And you know what I Show Speed told me? Say, "Look, man, I'm not throwing it up. That's a gang sign. We can have a picture, but I'm not throwing it up." Kai Sinet, whenever the campaign and stuff was going on and the Kamala administration seen that Aiden Ross, which is another big streamer, he white though, he invited Trump on his stream and all of these podcasters was inviting Trump. She tried to go to the black man and Kai Sinet declined. Because again, these dudes understand how big their brand is. Kai Sinet knew that Kamala was a horrible candidate. This little dude paying taxes. So he understand money. He's not voting from an emotional standpoint. He got people, whether he doing his own finance, which I'm sure he worked like 40 million. So I'm sure he have an account and all, and they telling him, look, these people is hurting you by their tax, the stuff they doing with tax, the stuff they doing with the economy, they hurting you. But you would think that, man, this is a streamer, little kid that came up from his mom's basement or wherever he started out at to being the global like he is now. The opportunity to sit down with a vice president, the first woman vice president, that would be, but he didn't do that because he understand that he have a brand, right? And that him and I Show Speed brand is a global multi-million-dollar brand and growing. The sky is the limit for those two young black men. Whereas Charleston White, Bubba Dub, by them even speaking on this situation in a negative way or an agnostic way, because Bubba Dub tried to play like, oh, I wasn't trying to, just by you even speaking agnostic, like you don't want to pick a side. If you're going to speak on it in the right light. Both of them put a ceiling on their career, and they don't even know it. And again, they still get their little comedy club money, they interview podcast money, social media money. But for the most part, that them big $100 million, them big 10, 15, 20, $30 million contracts that you get when you get to be an Adidas commercial and all that, they'll never see it. Right? And you may be saying, well, what does that have to do with black people speaking on the Charlie Kirk situation in a negative manner? I'm about to get to that. You got two powers that be in this world right now. You got the radical left and you got the radical right. Now, the thing with the radical right is they silent. See, the radical left, they emotional, they loud with it. They gonna let you know. The radical left in the country, they silent with it. So the powers that be that run everything, they not gonna get on social media and argue with Bubba Dub or Charleston White. Absolutely not. But any type of opportunities that they probably had coming, because they Charleston White is a funny guy. He say some things that's true. Bubba Dub, I feel like he is extremely funny. I think he could have been a great actor. I think he could have went the route of DC Young Fly and Mike Epps and been a mega star. Cat Williams, I actually think he had that potential, right? But now the powers that be, the people who run this world, whether people want to understand it or not, when they seen that, they went on ahead and put a ceiling on them. If anything that they had planned to get them opportunities is over with. But Charleston White, he been made his bed when he was bragging about how, yeah, man, everybody black done raped a white girl. I didn't. And I don't know no black man who raped a white girl. So I don't know what he was talking about. But he was saying about how every black person done raped a white girl. You supposed to rape a white girl. That's part of like being a young black man. You gotta, when he did that, then, I seen him making fun of Lil Ronnie's daughter who got shot up. And like I said, I've been seeing he been made his bed, but over the weekend, Bubba Dub did that concerning the Charlie Kirk situation. You had an option to not say anything. Sometimes not saying anything is saying a lot. If you didn't want to say nothing, you were going to take the agnostic standpoint, what I don't support. If you were going to take that standpoint, look, I'm just not going to speak on it, that's fine. This is America. You have the right to say something or not. But when you say something, it needs to be in the right light. And they didn't. And guess what? He went down the Charleston White path. So these two brothers will never be on Kai Cenat Not So Speed level. And let me circle in why I said that. See, yes, it was some scumbag white liberals, which, as I say all the time, is the worst person on the earth that was celebrating Charlie's death. Yes, it was some. But majority of the people who were celebrating his death on social media platform was black people. The issue with that is this. See, it's people who see that. And a lot of people have been fired for that. Everybody who pretty much posted that and had especially if you had like a corporate job, you out of there. You are out of there. Over a post, over your evil rising to the surface so much that you felt bold and brave enough to post it. But this is the issue about it. A lot of y'all that posted, nobody see again, it's people in the world who these people who run everything, they not gonna argue with you. They not going on your page and tell you how. Some of them might, because they got some conservative that's but for the most, I'm one of them. See, I'm one of them that but most of them, they silent. Right? They gonna make a mental note. This is what I be trying to tell black people. This is what I be trying to get into their heads, and they be thinking, "Oh, I be trying to tell y'all, I deal with these people. I do business with these people. These people are my friends. I'm not saying all of my friends are people in power like judges or stuff like that, but I have some people like that I know. And they share things with me. And I come back and try to tell y'all, and y'all tell me, oh man, you listen. It's a lot of y'all who did that, and these people made mental notes of that. So the thing about it is, we live in a world where, yeah, everybody say they Christian, yeah, but everybody not Christian, bro. Most people believe in getting revenge. And these people who run the world, who run the United States, who own everything, who you work for, who your children got to go in front of to be judged, who is in charge of giving promotions at the job, these people react to things systematically, strategically. There's a lot of people, I'm telling y'all, there's a lot of people that I know that are upset, myself included. But I'm saying there's a lot of people who are upset that that happened to that young man. And because of the thing that y'all did, the thing that y'all posted on social media, rubbed them the wrong way, guess what? You just got to that promotion you probably was about to get, Ebony. They just pull your name back. They not gonna tell you nothing. You didn't even know you were about to get it. You was expecting it. But that powers that be is your boss. He's the CEO of that company. You don't know he a conservative because he didn't tell you that. And now he didn't took that promotion back. He's giving it to Karen now. He's giving it to Maria now. He's giving it to Ling Ling now. He's giving it to Amina now. The Middle Eastern woman is passing the black woman up in corporate America as we speak. Because see, y'all get y'all victories through violence, arguing, fussing, and fighting through social media. That's not what these other people do. It's people who seen this, who may be connected. This man was a powerful young man. This man had connections with judges, all kind of people across the United States that's pushing a conservative doctrine. That's trying to go against all of these liberal policies that they trying to change and force on our children, so our children can, because our children are the future. So these liberals are trying to force all of these evil things on our children. How LGBTQ is the way. Charlie was against that. Charlie was telling people, listen, that is a mental illness. You need to find God. You need to create families. But the liberals is telling you, man, forget marriage. Marriage is bad. Marriage is this. They put marriage in every negative light that you could possibly think of. Charlie was pushing, look, he was going to college camp. See, that was a main issue with him. And that's why a lot of people on our side loved him. And that's why a lot of people on the other side didn't like him on the liberal side, because he was going to college campuses dealing with the youth. See, these are the people that they want. These are the people that they want to convince that being gay is okay. These are the people that they want to convince that you can be gender neutral. These are the people who they want to convince to not have so many children because global warming. These are the people who they want to convince that God and the Bible is not real. Because if they convince the new generation that these are the people who are going to be in power and changing laws. So if they can make all of this stuff normal now by putting it on the youth, 20 to 30, 40, 50 years from now, the country will be exactly how they want it to look: gay, confused, depopulated, no God, basically a communist country, Marxist agenda. And Charlie was pushing against all that, and a lot of people supported him for that because he was going to reach out to the youth. So there's a lot of judges across the world who were supporting him because they thinking about their children and grandchildren. And just the fact that they seen and heard black people celebrating this, it's not that they're racist. They just want to get some get back. They get back is different than your get back. Your get back is calling them racist. Your get back is punching them. Your get back is arguing and calling them names. That's not they get back. Some of them, but that's not they get back. Some of them. They get back is they gonna get your son in the courtroom. Guess look, you know the funny thing about it is you may be conservative. And your son done got in a little trouble. Your daughter done got in a little trouble. Now they gotta go see a judge who is deeply hurt by the loss of Charlie Kirk, and all he seen was black people supporting it. So now Monday morning, which is just so happened to be today, probably his first time being back on the bench, somebody's about to get sentenced today, and he gonna take his anger out on them. And that's not racism. That's him being evil. And guess what? Evil do exist. Get back, being vengeful is evil no matter who it comes from. But guess what? And guess what? I'm not justifying it. That's not what I'm doing. What I'm doing is I'm trying to paint you a picture that you on social media making these posts about this white brother dying when you could have just shut up. When you could have just hushed. And you pissing people off that you don't even know pissed off. And it's people gonna get bullets. And I'm not talking about physical bullets, but it's people that's gonna take licks for your foolishness. I'm conservative. I don't have children, but let's just say I'm conservative. My son in jail, he gonna get sentenced today by a judge that loves Charlie Kirk. How that's gonna turn out? Let's just say your CEO of your company or the boss or the whoever over your company, and you was next for a promotion, and he's deeply sad because Charlie Kirk got assassinated, and he seen you or you shared a post or just somebody else posted it. He get to get his get back now. I'm going to give that promotion to, matter of fact, I'm not even going to give it to Karen either. I'm going to give it to Amina. I'm going to give it to Maria. I'm going to give it to Ling Ling. I'm going to be real spiteful. That way they can't say I'm looking over minorities. But you ain't getting it because I feel played that people that look like you was on social media picking at somebody who I'm deeply sad life got took for nothing. This is not a joke, man. This is not a joke, man. I also made another post saying about I can't wait till stuff come to a head because it's time out for this. People just getting on social media posting. But again, my mindset is different. And when I say my mindset is different, I don't want violence, but I do understand that sometimes violence may ensue. I understand they did have a civil war. I don't want a civil war, but I'm at a point now where a side has to be picked. You know, because like I say, people getting on social media making these posts. I've seen this, and man, it's people who I knew, who I know. And it's crazy because it's people you would know in your life, man. And you would think these people are so sweet. You would think these people God fearing. You would think the world of these people. And it take a simple situation like this, well, a tragic situation. Let me not say that, a tragic situation like this to come about to showcase they hate, to showcase they racism. By saying, I don't care what it was. Like I said, any slick side, any evil celebration, any private conversation you had where you said anything negative concerning this man's death, when overall this man's main This man modus operandi was pushing the gospel. That was his foundation. That was the base of all his things, all his debates. And because he said one or two things that you heard in a 20-second clip without no context, you celebrating this man's death, man, you could have kept that, bruh. You could have kept that, bruh. And people gonna pay for you doing that. Because again, and I'm about to leave. I'm about to get up out of here. It's two sides in this world, man. It's the radical left and the radical right. And see, people on the right, we fight different, man. We fight different, bro. We don't fight like y'all. Now, some of us, it may come down to that woo-de-woo, but for the most part, the people that's in power, we know who run the United States. It's not black people. But the people who are in power, the people who run the world, majority of them are conservative. Don't let them fool you. And a whole bunch of y'all expose y'all hands. And people gonna suffer for that. A whole bunch of people gonna suffer for that. A whole bunch of people gonna get their bubble bust for that. And am I justifying it? Absolutely not. Vengeance, the Bible says vengeance is his. Vengeance is God's. But we all living in this flesh and we have flesh experiences. Nobody is perfect. The only man that walked this earth was perfect was Jesus. It's nobody else that's on this earth perfect. I do understand that in Matthew 5:48 it says, be perfect like your Father is in heaven. So we supposed to be perfect. We supposed to strive for perfection. That's why Psalm chapter 30 verse 5 says, listen, his anger is only for a moment. His favor is for life. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Every morning is a new morning. You might have messed up yesterday. You wake up. First, matter of fact, I say go to sleep. When you pray, God, forgive me for everything. Lord, forgive me and deliver me for all of my sins that I committed today, knowingly and unknowingly. That should be said before you go to sleep every night. And the next morning, listen, check this out. You got a new day. His mercies are new every morning. So when you wake up today, if you repented last night, you back perfect again. And we do a lot of different sinning. Some of our sins are thoughts, actions. You know, it's tough living in this skin, this flesh. But I'm saying, I'm not justifying what the people that's gonna take action quietly. But guess what? They getting revenge just like a lot of other people. The majority of the person on this earth, they want to always be getting revenge. It's not a race thing. People want to get back at people who did them wrong, or people who affected them, or people who went against something that they did. And people, I'm telling you, take my word for it. I'm on that side. I am a conservative. I'm a far right conservative. I'm so far, I don't know my way back. I'm so far right, I don't know my way back home. And guess what? I got a lot of friends. And I got some friends of friends. And people are deeply saddened and upset about what happened to Mr. Charlie Kirk. Rightfully so. And it was another white man who did it. Black people had nothing to say about that. And if they was going to say anything, it should have been calling it out and saying this is evil, this is wrong, and this is sad. That this woman is a widow. I don't even believe she's 30 yet. And it's two small children who won't ever see their dad again. That's all you had to do, even if you was faking with it. Because guess what? If you was faking with it, say for instance, Bubba Dub, or if you was faking with it, the powers that be don't know that. But for you to come out and try to make a joke about it, but for you to come out and try to be slick about it, and for you people who regular, not celebrities, for you to come out bold and make a post about it, you evil, you pathetic, and whatever come with that dealing with your personal life, you deserve. But what's so bad about it, what's so bad about it is the people who gonna catch strays from your actions. But I want to play this little video on my story of one of an individual who showcasing the behavior that I'm talking about.
Evil is real, people, and it kind of looks like that. Evil. Evil. Murder is bad. She is evil.
You know how many young black women and black women all over the world who gonna get judged and catch strays because of what this young black woman just did? Let's continue.
I've not said. Why are you being so hateful?
Why are you so hateful? Why are you so hateful? Why are you so hateful? Yeah.
Hey, can somebody tell her to back up?
Can you not put the camera in my face?
I'm sitting here. You walked up to me.
Okay, well,
I don't want this. I said rest in peace.
I can
Just leave it alone. Please don't come after me. I want to be left alone.
I'm not emotional, man. Don't tell me what I am and what I'm not. You can get out of my face because I can tell you what you are, but you won't like it.
You're being aggressive. You're being aggressive.
I'm not being aggressive. My voice is very calm. You're calling me aggressive because I'm a black woman.
Not at all.
You are. We're not. I'm very.
Just imagine this, man. I'm saying, imagine this. I just want y'all to take this all in for a moment. Let's continue.
Can you bring racism? Why are you?
Come on now.
Like, I just said I don't want to talk to you.
Woman who's saying F your homie dead while assaulting people at Charlie Kirk Virgil was arrested and is getting expelled from college. Your whole career. Well, maybe you can go to another college, but look what you're going through. And you know, I tell people all the time, children are a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. And they can make you thank God that he gave y'all to them. But boy, children can also bring you to your knees, bro. Cause just imagine, you think, and I don't know, cause maybe she's growing up in a household with racist parents. Cause there's a lot of racist black parents out there who teach their children stuff like this. So maybe that's what her mama said. F the dude, F the white boy. He got what he deserved. Maybe that's what she's being taught at home. So now it came out and she's getting expelled from college. And arrested. Let's continue. A peaceful vigil honoring the life and legacy of Charlie Kirk turned violent when a woman identified as Cameron Giselle allegedly assaulted multiple attendees, leading to her immediate arrest by local police. Giselle was singing F your homie dead, he got shot in the head multiple times while aggressively approaching vigil goers who asked her to leave, to which she called them racist for attacking a black woman. Wow. After which Giselle allegedly started shouting profanities at mourners holding candles and American flags. She started yelling slurs and accusing everyone of being fascist for honoring Kirk, said one attendee. My. The confrontation escalated when Giselle reportedly shoved several people, including an elderly veteran. People don't have no respect for anyone. And a young mother with her child. Wow. Prompting a physical altercation that spilled into the street. Police department officers stepped in and arrested her. She was charged with 3 counts of assault and battery, disorderly conduct, and what do you say here? Resisting arrest. She was booked and will stay behind bars until her court appearance, which is set for September 15th. And here's her information, which is not, but anyway, Cameron Giselle Booker, age 18 and so. What did I do? I'm arrested because I'm being. Never mind. Pretty little girl. Imagine dating her. Imagine that being your baby mama. But I digress. I'm out of here, man. Everything you do in life have consequences. Just understand that some of those consequences might not hurt just you, might hurt people who look like you. Have a blessed day.